Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at set 75320, the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. So this set is for ages 6 and up and has 105 pieces and 4 minifigures, being 3 Snowtroopers and 1 Hoth Scout Trooper. So this set has 3 builds, being the the Hoth Speeder Bike, and the E-Web turret, and there is also the trench area, the Hoth trench area. So before I take a look at the minifigures of this set and the 3 builds, I'm just going to take a look at the new for 2022 Star Wars box art. So here is the box. It's quite nice. You have the black Griefling style box that we see with a lot of Lego sets. Lego Star Wars sets in particular, instead of the white design that we've seen for the last few years for Hoth. And it looks like also some other sets like the Clone Trooper Command Station. It has a blue line down it, which is quite nice. I think that looks really cool. And the Darth Vader in the corner is nice. The minifigures are well presented in this set. Same as the Hoth scenery. Turning it around, you can see a Hoth and Imperial logo there. I really like that Scout Trooper on the speeder bike for the side box art. And on the back, it just shows other ways of displaying these minifigures and everything that you get in this set. It seems like a really nice box art, and I do really like what they've done for 2022, and I'm excited to see different iterations of this for the different trilogies and shows and movies for Lego Star Wars in the future. So even though this set is a $5 price jump from the battle packs that we saw in 2020 and some previous years before that, of course, there was different prices throughout that. This set does have the same amount of pieces, but you have 3 builds here, which to me seems a bit more than we got previously. And I think they're, for the trench area and the speeder bike, are pretty sizable and good builds. Moving to the smallest build here, it is the E-Web cannon there with a new style stud shooter that we first saw in the Batman sets from released in North America. I believe it was November, and then rest of the world they just released January 1st. This seems like a nice design. The blasters used down there are nice. I like also that dark translucent piece used there. And as much as I don't think it would look better without the stud shooter on top, I think this is still a nice design and adds some nice playability to this battle pack. So moving to the next build, there is the Hoth trench area, which has some space to place a minifigure. Even minifigures, it would just be pretty tight. There's some not goggle pieces, like the binocular style pieces used there. And there are a lot of sloped white pieces here. You also have some gray cheese slopes used there, and the white studs. I really like this, and for a Hoth mock, if you buy multiple of these, you're going to get quite a few of these slope pieces. But just for one of these, the trench build is really nice, and I think it adds quite a bit to the Hoth sets we have, being the ATST, the AT-AT, the Defense Against Hoth Rebel Trooper minifigure pack, now the Snowtrooper battle pack. You can really build a nice Hoth scene with those sets, and this is for sure a nice added part of that. Then moving to, for me, the biggest and nicest build of this set, and the one that really drew me to this set, because I really like how this is built. It's the speeder bike here. So this is the same design that was used in the UCS AT-AT, which for consistency purposes, it's really nice to have the same ones used. Of course, that'll just, since this also kind of doubles as like a filling your UCS AT-AT, there's enough seats. You need to, if you wanted to, you can just buy a bunch of these. And you'd also have a ton of speeder bikes to go with it. And I really like this design. This is probably one of the best speeder bike designs I think I've ever seen. There's those little kickstands under there, which are quite nice. Back here, these pieces clipped on just add some nice shaping. I really like the sloped pieces used here to add some shaping to this. just around here, it looks really nice. The area, there is a panel there, printed panel piece right there, which is nice. And there is a area that you can very easily just fit in a minifigure there, where they are able to clip their hands onto the piece right there. And I really quite like this speeder bike, and overall I think these builds are quite nice. And even though it's the same amount of pieces, I feel like you're getting more than you would have in a previous $20 battle pack. Maybe it's just that these aren't all like bulked up because of stud shooters, except for of course that E-web cannon. But the other builds, they just seem more detailed and have a bit more to them than the $20 battle packs. Which, if that's the case, and for next year's battle pack or battle packs, and we see some more detailed builds like this, I'm all for that $20 or $5 price jump on these sets. But now I'm just going to take a look at the 4 minifigures from this set. So here are the 4 minifigures of this set. There's 3 Snowtroopers and a Scout Trooper, really making this a battle pack. It's a army builder set, so you're not left with a bunch of officer minifigures, and I really like that they did this for this new battle pack. I think these minifigures look really nice. The prints just focus on the Snowtrooper here. Of course, they are really identical, 2 of them, with this normal blaster piece, and then the long rifle using the candlestick piece there. But the torso on this and the leg printing looks really nice. Personally, I like that they don't have waist capes here. I like the printed waist capes. I just find those can get a little bit roughed up after a while, and they can just look a little weird around the legs and the waist. The mask and head or helmet area piece is very nice. It's the same one used for quite a few years now. And overall, it's just a really nice minifigure, and I'm happy to get multiple of these when I do buy multiple of these battle packs. I think I'm intending to buy more of the clone ones than I am this Snowtrooper battle pack, but I still want to get maybe 10 or 15 of these to have a bit of a Snowtrooper army. So moving to the next minifigure, there's the Hoth Scout Trooper. This has the same really lovely helmet piece as the previous iterations of the previous few iterations of the Scout Trooper. The leg and torso print is really nice. Of course, for being Hoth, there are the light gray arms and a bit more under and like just on the torso piece. Of course, these minifigures and these characters are trying to survive the cold of Hoth, so they need a bit more in their outfits. But I really like what this battle pack has for minifigures. The inclusion seemed to be pretty strong, and I'm happy that this is just a army builder set. And I think at still the cheaper price of $25, it's still that army building set. It's not getting too high. If, like, say we see in a couple years $30, that's high, but it's still, I think, all right. $35, $40, even though I don't like complaining about $5, we kind of getting up there, and that would be way too much for 4 minifigures for this set. But I think this is a really great set with some good minifigures. But first, before I end this out and just give my final thoughts on this set, each of these minifigures do have different face prints, which I'll just show you now. So here are the different face prints used for these minifigures. There's 2 female face prints and 2 male minifigure face prints. I think this lineup really adds a lot of diversity to your Stormtrooper armies. Of course, you are having the helmets on, so it really doesn't matter. But I think just as they're not clones, they don't all look the same, so it's, I think, nice to have different face prints, and I'm happy to get face prints I might not necessarily have. I think I might have all these, but it's still nice to have different face prints, and I do quite like what they chose for these face prints. So that was my review of the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. I really like this set, and of course the $5 price jump is not ideal, but I think it's still a decent price for these battle packs. I think this one in particular is really good, and usually it's, for me, just about the minifigures, but the builds here I think are pretty decent. I like the E-web cannon, I like that least, but the trench build is quite nice, and I really love that speeder build. The minifigures are quite nice and are for sure army builder minifigures with no just weird inclusion like an Imperial officer. But I think this set is really good, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you in the next video.